topics. Meta talk.
This that meta talk.
Woo! Woo!
Meta talk.
Woo!
This that meta talk,
Yeah, this that meta talk.
Hey,
Yo. Welcome back to Meta Talk. It's your boy Bear Clezzy, baby, and I'm in here with none other than
it's your boy Bud, BUHD, Mr. Absolutely.
absolutely, man. This Meta Talk where we gonna bring y'all another episode of none but the latest, the greatest, and all topics. That's sports, social media, and the news. We about to give y'all the blues. Meta Talk.
Ain't nothing bigger.
And it absolutely ain't none bigger. Welcome back to another episode. It's a beautiful weekend.
Yes,
Sun out. That mean buns out. Everybody outside right now having fun. Everybody getting their food ready for the weekend. Getting
it's lovely out
Getting
there,
their gear ready for the weekend.
Easter weekend.
Easter weekend, it ain't nothing but a beautiful thing, man. How you been, HD? How your week been?
Oh, man, you know, I've been good. Week been good. Weekend's been good.
Absolutely.
AAU win, so, you know, we
I
running
know.
around.
I seen you with baby girl. How old she got to be now? Like what?
She 10, bro.
Man, 10. I see y'all just won, what, like another back-to-back championship or something?
Yeah, man, we bringing them rings in
How
right
many
now.
y'all got now?
We about up like 5, bro.
Yeah. Up the score, man. That's beautiful. That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing as a father, as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
I always see y'all putting that time in, man. You know me, it's been a beautiful weekend for me, man. God is good. God bless everybody out there. I hope everybody have a great Easter weekend. I've been in the studio all week with my son. He got a lot of music coming, a lot of visuals coming.
Yeah, man, I heard some of that. Some bangers coming through,
G
man.
Durpo, you can look them up. You can find them. Definitely can. Other than that, life's been great. You know, I stopped by the 7-Eleven on the way up here to get me like some Zuzus and Whams. Excuse me. To give me some little refreshments and stuff, HD. You know, give me some Zuzus and Whams. Give me a little refreshments. And, boy, I'm walking up to the register, HD, and I ain't going to even cap to you. Out the blue, I hear somebody say, "Oh, you smell good." You know, so off the muscle, I hurry up and turn around and see what I got. Thick red bone, HD. Thick red
Thick,
bone.
huh?
Miss Thickums.
Okay.
You know, long hair, lashes done, but this metal talk. So, you know I got to keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
HD, she was cockeyed, bro.
Nah.
I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no disrespect. Ain't trying to be rude enough. She still was pretty.
Yeah.
You know, so off the muscle, I'm like, who you talking to, me? And she like, you know, you the only one I see up here. But like I said, she done told me I smell good, so she made me feel good. And this is Meta Talk.
Okay.
And I want to keep it 1,000 with the people and the listeners and the fans.
Absolutely.
You know I'm a main sniper, so I got the number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to, HD. Cock out of the what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
what was her name, though?
HD, you know, I can't be putting little mama business out there because you know these dudes demons and they be thirsty. So me and you just gonna call her Sister Jenkins.
Sister
Yeah.
Jenkins?
Yeah, no, you gotta say it like that, Sister Jenkins.
Sister Jenkins.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, that sound like a Kruger in the church goer, bro.
Yeah, she was a little cougar, but I ain't look at it like that. I looked at it like there's a lot of handicap parking. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Social Security checks. A whole lot of lighter cane patches.
Yeah.
And plenty of trips to Dollar General, man.
Ooh, the whole shebang.
Man, look, this Meta Talk. And Meta Talk, we ain't doing nothing but uplifting the community. That's the people in the community. That's the women in the community. You know we got to uplift them. Thanks to all the feedback from all the listeners and the women followers and the women viewers
Yep.
that gave us feedback. You know we here
Excellent
to uplift
feedback,
them.
man.
And shout out to Miss Patty Wagon. I just seen her too. She gave me excellent feedback on the first episode.
Yeah.
But we ain't here to just uplift the women. We uplifting the fellas in the neighborhood, in the community, and we love uplifting the YNs, HD.
Yep.
The YGs in a generation to come. I never once on Meta Talk told you we wasn't uplifting the OGs.
Yeah, we got to uplift the OGs.
and the old heads in the community that came before us.
Absolutely.
So on this part of Meta Talk, we're going to take some time out to give some shout out to the OGs and the old heads that came before us. Give the people in your life some flowers. The people that set the way for you, did the groundwork for you. Give them they flowers right now, HD.
Yeah.
You know, who was an old head or an OG in your neighborhood or in your community who came before you that you want to take some time out to get a flowers to right now?
I want to give a shout out to my OG, man, my uncle, you know what I mean? I seen them come from none to something,
None.
you know, do diversity, good family man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Show you how to take care of your kids and handle things in the streets at the same time. You know, ain't gonna put their business out there like that, but real OGs, real stand-up guys, man. So I learned a lot from them, bro.
Yeah, you know your uncle certified. What up, Unc? I see you. Salute you out there right now. If you listening to this, man,
Yeah.
here go your flowers, bruh. But you already know you can't. You already know how I get when it come to that dominoes with me and Unc HD.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? He take that serious, bruh.
Yeah, Uncle
You
don't play
know,
about dominoes, bro.
as I was asking that question, I was thinking like, it made me think of this one OG. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was a YG HD, I hated the old heads in the hood.
Yeah.
Bro, I hated the old heads in the hood because they had everything.
They had it all,
Man,
man.
they had everything. They had the cars. They had the clothes. They had the hoes. They had the nice spot to stay with. You know, we was staying with our mamas and stuff.
Yeah, they had the cribs.
They had everything.
Getting the hotel. They getting whatever, bro.
So I can understand why the YNs today might have a little anger, animosity towards us as OGs or the OGs before us. Because I was the same way. Because in a certain way, I wanted what they had. You know, that made me think about my big OG Winger. Shout out to Winger, wherever you at. If you listening to this, here go your flowers, baby. I appreciate you 1,000. Winger was one of them OGs.
Yeah.
You know, he believed in
absolutely.
me when I was a young boy. You know,
Yeah.
trying to come up. He even helped me with my music career, backed me with that. He was one of the first ones to believe. Came to the block and was like, "Yo, boy, you got a talent, man. Get from standing out here. Go stand in the studio."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I ain't got no money, OG, huh? Here, go use some money right here. Let me
that's
know
one
whatever
thing
you
about
need.
Wiggle, man. He always looked out, man.
I always looked out, HD. You know how it was when me and you was coming up in a game, trying
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
this music thing for real,
Mm-hmm.
trying to make that dream come true, trying to turn it from a nightmare to a dream.
Yeah, for real.
You
though.
know, shout outs to Winger, man. Winger had it all, man. Even sometimes I used to every little bop I wanted, I pull up. She be like, "No, I'm going with Winger. I'm going with Winger." I'm like, "No, man." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I respected Winger because he kept himself well groomed.
Mm-hmm.
He was a stand-up jet, you know, stand-up old head, stand-up OG. Always had a nice car, nice clothes, money, nice smile, knew how to treat people, knew how to respect people. But the biggest thing I respect about Winger, he always came back to the neighborhood and gave back to the neighborhood.
Yeah,
HD.
yeah. Real shit, though.
He always gave back. And your OG or old head ain't gotta be a male figure. It's some women out there that go hard at OGs too. Your granny, your mama,
Yeah.
your TT. It's some hard TTs go. I love them TTs
some
that had
hard
that.
TTs,
I love them
man.
TTs that had that gold in their mouth. HD.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, one of my OGs though, man. You know, I give shout out to my mom. She
Yeah,
always
Mun
make
Dukes.
sure everybody was legit. You ain't had
Facts.
a place to stay. She made sure you had a place to stay. You was good. She cooked for everybody.
Ooh, I love her rotel.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, and that catfish.
Yeah, you know, keep me right. You know what I mean? Cook, clean, make sure I know how to well groom as I'm growing up. You know what I mean? Know how to treat women and all that. You know.
Yeah.
So it's always shout out to Mom OG, man.
Yeah, Mom OG.
Yeah.
Shout out Mama Hurt, man. Real big OG. You know, real mother and a real father figure at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, we love you, Mama Hurt.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but like I was telling the story about when I was young, you know, I had this one pimp OG, you know, I had to be like 15 to 16 HD, and I liked his sister, you know, she had to be like a senior in high school, but she could sing better than Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So I was always on her back, always at her house, but she had a boyfriend, and he was a real life certified member, yo. He had already maybe, you know, put in work in a whole neighborhood, you know.
Been off the porch.
Man, been off the porch.
Yeah.
So I used to go over there and try to kid with her all the time, man. And one time he popped up on us, and we both in that line. She telling him I'm a cousin. I'm like, yeah, I'm a cousin from Alabama. I heard all about you. I'm scared as hell. But through that, her brother seen me, You know what I'm saying? He be like, bro, you crazy. So he took me under his wings. You know what I'm saying? Brought me in the neighborhood, took me places, did so many things with me, and even tried to make me show me the pimp game. But I'm like, no, I don't want to be a pimp. But at the time, I ain't realized what he was showing
Yeah,
me.
you really wasn't
Yeah.
understanding everything,
Yeah,
man.
he was showing me how to be mature,
Yeah.
charismatic, how to treat a woman, how to be in places, how to be in a room full of vultures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that knowledge you can't even get at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to give him his flowers in respect as an old head in my neighborhood who showed me something that at the time when I was too young and naive to realize what he was showing me, that shit helped me down the road, years and years and years on down the road. You know, I really realized it. So hats off to him, man. Real certified pimp nigga, OG in the hood, man.
Shout out OG Pimp, man.
You know, but like I was saying, uh, somebody in your neighborhood ain't just gotta be a male figure. They could be a woman, like you said. Monduke, she go hard. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
It could be your auntie, your cousin, your friend. You know what I mean? It could be anybody you give your flowers to, and you
And
know.
he ain't even gotta. It could be somebody that you see work hard every day.
Yeah.
Somebody who get up or somebody who keep their yard clean or cut or they grass mowed or keep their car clean or keep they self groomed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's really OGs that was out there that was dapper, that had that shit on, that made you want to put it on when you was young.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Get them they flowers too. It's really women out there that was really groomed, like a Mrs. Parker who still look good to this day. You know what I'm saying? The looks don't make you an OG, but it's girls out there that look up to that HD.
Yeah, yeah.
Who say, oh, Miss Jackson or Miss Parker always kept her hair done or her nails done or kept her job or kept herself a little Honda or baby Benz or something. But now the ladies are stepping it up, and that's got to be due to the role of the OGs that they seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The women are winning out here.
Yeah.
The fellas are winning out here. We all winning out here. Nobody ain't losing. You know,
It's
so
only right.
get them they flowers now.
Mm-hmm.
Call them now.
Give them their flowers, man.
Give them they flowers now, HD.
Why not? What we should do, man? Give them applause.
Give them applause, man. Give them a round of applause.
Shout them out, man.
Shout them out. So, to all the YNs out there, we understand what it's like to be like upset or mad or jealous or envious.
Mm-hmm.
I know I understand. We understand. Me and HD understand to be in the background and seeing somebody ride big body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But why don't you take a second and go over there and say, hey, yo, OG, what you do to get this? Hey, yo, OG, how you get that job?
Mm-hmm.
OG, how you start this business?
Yeah.
And as an OG, you shouldn't be envious or hateful or jealous of the YN you see that's coming up who got his stuff together.
Yeah.
When he pull up and ask you how you get that Rollie or how you get that Audemars or how you get that Lamborghini Urus truck or whatever it is you got, it ain't got to be by materialistic stuff. You could be showing them how to treat a lady.
Mm-hmm.
Go give back to your community. Go give back to your neighborhood.
That's what they need, man. We need leaders out there.
We need
bro.
leaders out there, man.
Yeah.
If you an OG, stand up. If you a somebody who like own a business, if you somebody out there who got your shit together, if you somebody who consider yourself a big homie,
Yeah. And you see a YG trying to get his shit together, man. You know,
go back.
go back, man.
Show them the way.
Yeah.
Guide them.
Yeah.
Show them what's right for wrong. If you did time behind the wall, go show these young guys how they ain't got to go do that, HD.
Yeah. Yeah.
We already did that for them.
Mhm.
You already put that work in
We already
for
went
'em.
down that path, so we know what leads down that path. Let's show them another way. You know what I mean?
So
Go
the-
down this other street or something. You know
Show
what I mean?
'em.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to remember, we all was that age before. We all been there before. You know, so we should know what it's like when you 14 or you 15 or we been that age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, boy, I had a lot of OG. You know, I left the house early, bud. You know, I left my mama house soon as I graduated high school. So I always looked up to my OGs. You know, they hated to see me coming because I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, how you get that, bro?
Yeah.
How you flip that, bro?
Yeah.
How you get that in your name, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I kick it with you for a day? You know what I'm saying? I do it for nothing. I'm just doing it to chill.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta want it, cause it's you versus you. You. That's why we giving flowers to the OGs right now. That's why we saying thank you to the ones that were before us, that set the groundwork before us.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you an old head, whether you grandma, like I was telling you earlier, HD, I seen my granny kill a snake with a spring rake.
True OG.
True OG, that was one of the hottest things I seen in my whole life.
Right.
Yeah, I done seen some shit, HD.
Yeah.
But I ain't never seen that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Grandma came in summer down south. Grandma came out in the backyard like Grandma, snake, man. Grandma grabbed a spring rake and killed the snake. 2 or 3 bats, bat, get out of here.
Real warrior.
You know,
Yeah.
as a child, I'm looking like, man, you know,
Uh-huh.
that's something that I hold dear in my heart now.
Yeah, facts.
It might seem small or small to you, but it's big to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I seen my OG do that was crazy, bud.
Yeah.
You know? Who you seen put in work before you that made you want to put in work? Who you seen going to work 9 to 5 that make you want to go work 9 to 5? Make you want to work 2 or 3 jobs? After you watch this podcast, after you hit that link button and subscribe down below, get on the phone and call them. Pick them up and take them out to dinner. Go give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Tell them the things that they showed you molded you into who you is today.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, click the link down below. Subscribe, like, send us your feedback back at metatalk3@gmail. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you think. In this segment of Meta Talk, this is Meta Heat, brought to you by your boy, Mr. Absolutely.
And Meta Heat topics today, big up to UConn women basketball for winning the women's championship and Florida Gators men for winning the men's Final Four. In other news, Ja Morant has been charged a fine for $75K for throwing gun signs with his hands. And also, he throwing fake hand grenades and bombs in the crowd now, which got NFL ready to ban all gun celebrations. He ain't playing. Also, in hot topics of the street, we got our president, the biggest gangster in the world,
Trumpster.
putting tariffs on everybody. Also, babies, blind people, animals, even China. But China said, no. We got everything for the low. I got to holler at them. Also, I'd like to take a moment of silence for Atlanta rapper Young Scooter, R.I.P., man. We'd like to give our condolences out to them and their family. And that's the Meta Heat. This your boy Bud, Mr. Absolutely. We out.
It's today.
Mm-hmm.
This Meta Talk, man, it ain't none bigger.
Ain't nothing bigger.
Who's an OG in your neighborhood? Who's an old head in your neighborhood? I miss those old granddaddies. Them old granddaddies used to be ready to whoop you. You couldn't really make no mistakes around them old granddaddies.
No.
Man, them old granddaddies will be ready. Bring it here. They be ready to whoop you.
Militant, very militant.
Yeah, a
man.
lot of them was from them wars and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So you got to think about they OG. When you hear those stories of, man, I used to have to walk 6-7 miles to school.
Yeah.
How many of the people before you had to walk 6 or 7 miles to school? My daughter called me for Ubers.
Nah, they ain't used to none these days.
My daughter called me for Ubers, H.
Yeah.
So I know your daughter got to be popping you for something. I know she need shoes. I know she don't just want no Payless. Remember we had to wear Payless shoes?
Yeah. Nah, that's over with.
You know, you can't get these kids no Payless shoes now.
Nah, my shorty, she want Balenciagas and Prada, Gucci. That's where we at right now. No more Shaqs from Payless.
No more Shaqs from Payless.
Nah.
No more XJ900s.
Yeah.
No more LA Gears. You know, so that's another question within a question. That's another question within a question. Is do you think that's why the YNs and the little young next generation under us is so out of control? Is because we get them everything when, you know, is it our fault?
You know, because, we coming up, we ain't really have much, so It could be a little bit because now we ain't had much, so we try to give them everything we didn't have. You know what I mean? Coming up.
That's the meta question of the day we got for y'all. Do you think it's our fault that the YNs and the next generation coming up after them are so soft? Did we make them spoil as OGs? Did we baby them as OGs, as the next OGs to be raising the next generation? Did we make them soft? Did we make them acceptable to bullying? Is we teaching them the right way, HD?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the big question.
Yeah, man, and another thing on the YNs, man, you know, the social media trying to paint them like, you know, they lost and they really out, out of the subject, but
Absolutely.
I think the YNs doing good, man. You know, they out here learning real estate right now. They learning crypto. You know what I mean? A lot of big things we ain't have coming up, man.
You ain't got the answers, HD. You still
Nah,
over there thinking about
I ain't got the answer to that, bro.
you still over there thinking about Sister Jenkins. You thinking about how can a rat bone be so thick but cockeyed?
Yeah, man, that's a crazy mixture right there,
Beauty
boy.
is imperfection.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna change the subject. Like I said, hats off to everybody that came before us. Big respects up to everybody that put the groundwork in. This meta talk, we bigging up everybody, we bigging up everything, and it ain't none bigger. We giving y'all none but the latest, none but the greatest in sports, social media, and everything that's in the news. We about to give y'all the blues, man. This is meta talk.
Ain't nothing bigger.
It ain't none bigger. Yo, before we get out of here on Meta Talk, I want to leave y'all with a meta message of the day. The meta message of the day is God created a woman perfect for Adam, and even she did him dirty. So what make you think yours won't do you the same? We out. Meta Talk.
Ain't nothing bigger.
None bigger.